There are moments in history that refuse to fade, no matter how many centuries pass. They continue to raise questions, stir emotions, and quietly demand answers. One of those moments is the final hours of Jesus of Nazareth. But what truly happened? Is the story we've all heard complete, or has time hidden certain details in silence? Details that change everything? This video doesn't just revisit a famous event. It takes you inside one of the most unsettling nights in human history to uncover the layers of psychology, betrayal, and purpose that are often overlooked. It all began calmly, but the calm was deceptive. At first, the night seemed ordinary. Jesus was with those closest to him, his disciples, sharing a final meal. The words exchanged were simple, yet the meaning behind them was heavy. He understood what was coming. The others did not. Here's what's so striking. Jesus wasn't panicked. There was no fear of someone trying to escape their fate. Instead, there was a deep weight upon him, the stillness of someone who fully understands what lies ahead and has accepted it. And in that moment, the first fracture appeared, the first crack in the foundation of loyalty. One of history's harshest truths is this: sometimes those nearest to us fall silent when it matters most. Someone within Jesus' inner circle, one of the 12, had already made a quiet decision. There was no grand announcement, no warning. Yet that single, private choice shifted the direction of everything that followed. And this raises an uncomfortable question that has echoed through the ages. If Jesus knew what was about to happen, if he knew he would be betrayed, why wasn't it stopped? The answer isn't simple. It's not about power or prevention. It's about free will and a much larger plan. And that complexity may be exactly why this story still holds so much power over us. 2,000 years later, as the night deepened, the tone changed dramatically. Jesus was arrested. Questions were asked not to uncover the truth, but to confirm what powerful people already wanted to believe. He was brought before religious leaders and then the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate. Yet, in the face of accusations, Jesus did not defend himself. This alone confused and infuriated his accusers. But his silence wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a message. It was a profound statement. Think about it. Sometimes, when someone refuses to explain themselves, it completely unsettles those who demand control and expect a fight. His silence was louder than any defense could have been. Then, the moment the crowd decided, individual choices and whispers slowly transformed into a collective roar. People stopped thinking for themselves and started repeating what others were shouting. History often shifts this way. When personal responsibility dissolves into mob mentality, one detail here is absolutely crucial. What happened next? Wasn't he driven by just one person, not by Judas? Not by Pilate alone, but by the many who chose to remain silent or join the crowd. And silence, at the wrong moment, can shape consequences far greater than words. It's a chilling reminder of how easily a crowd can be swayed. In Jesus' final hours, what stands out most is not what was said, but what was not. As he was led to his crucifixion, there was no rage, no retaliation, no curses screamed at his enemies, only meaning. For centuries, this has puzzled historians, theologians, and skeptics alike. How could someone under such extreme physical and emotional pressure remain so composed? Perhaps the answer is simple. He wasn't focused on the pain of the moment, but on what would follow. He was looking beyond the cross, to the purpose it served. For many who watched the day, it appeared to be the end, a brutal, public execution of a controversial figure. But history suggests otherwise. This was not only a religious moment, it became a mirror for humanity itself. Within this single story, we find every aspect of the human condition: fear, loyalty, betrayal, courage, silence, and choice. And somehow, no matter who we are, we can find ourselves reflected in it. So, here's one final question for you. If you had been there that night, where would you have stood? With those who spoke loudly, demanding action? With those who watched quietly from the sidelines, afraid to get involved, or among the few who chose a different path, a path of loyalty, at a great personal cost? Your answer might reveal more about you than you expect. Some stories don't end, they deepen. They ask more of us each time we hear them. And if you feel drawn to mysteries like this, to the deeper questions of life, perhaps you're exactly where you're meant to be. Some people simply watch history unfold. Others wait for what comes next. The choice, as it was then, is always yours. Thanks for watching, and if you want to explore more stories that shape our world, be sure to subscribe.